What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as you tune in and check out the content. And I want to react to a clip that I seen with it was Danny Green and Byron Scott, right? And another guy on a podcast. And they were talking about a statement that Kawhi Leonard said. He made a statement that he was better than Kobe Bryant, right? And first off, everybody on a panel, when this was even brought up, they just bust out laughing, right? That Kawhi Leonard even said this. And to me, I just think that it in this era, it just seems like I don't know if people say things just for clicks and views, or if people really think that by saying something like this, that you're gonna be able to fool you like fool people into believing that something like this is true. Now, don't get me wrong, like Kawhi Leonard is a bad dude, but and he had what Kawhi has two championships. He got one with the Spurs and he got one with Toronto. But no way, no way Kawhi Leonard and nobody's, you know, imagination like is Kawhi Leonard better than Kobe Bryant, you know. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the video from when these guys was talking about Kawhi Leonard, and they got a big kick out of this. They got a big kick out of this statement, man, that Kawhi made, and it's just crazy how I don't know if Kawhi really believed this. Like, it's one thing to be confident in your game, you know, but to say it, and maybe he feel like he was better than Kobe. Like that ain't nothing wrong with it, but like to say it publicly when you didn't prove it. He stayed injured so much. He didn't give himself. If he believed that and he wanted to prove it, that's one thing. And give yourself an opportunity to go out there on the court and prove it. But don't just say I was, I think I was better than Kobe when you didn't prove it out there, man. That's just something that you keep, you keep that under your hat. And so let's listen to, what these guys thought about Kawhi State.
Kawhi said he's better than Kobe Bryant.
So
hold on before you answer that. My first question is, do you think Kawhi is better than Kobe? And then where did this come from?
A lot of guys are doing podcasts these days, but not everybody deserves a podcast. Fred does for sure. Fred VanVleet, I think that's where it stemmed from. Fred was over there. He said he listened to a conversation and he overheard him talking about it like he surpassed him in this moment. Do I think he surpassed Kobe? No. Could he have? I think he had the tools too. If he was stayed healthy, he was one of the best two-way players I've seen play the game. He had injuries that definitely hurt him. He hasn't played a lot of years. Hasn't won as much. Kobe's got 5 rings.
Yeah.
He's played for 20 years. Kawhi's played probably half that time. As a body work, there's no comparison at all. He would have to continue that run for 10 years. So he had a really good run in Toronto, but he would have to do that for 10 years to catch Kobe. Not many people cared about the game like Kobe did. There's a very small group of guys you can put in a category that was obsessed with the game, that also had the talent and skills to be great. And that's Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. Now Kawhi, very good player, great player, but no, he's not Kobe category.
Kawhi.
That is all right. So even if Kawhi had an opportunity to play, if he played 20 years and performed the same way he did, I still, in my opinion, like looking at both of their games, and still, in my opinion, I don't put Kawhi ahead of Kobe, man. Just Kawhi don't have that passion for the game, like Kobe did, and that dedication. And a lot of people contribute that, like the fact that he didn't had that passion and dedication is probably like the reason why Kawhi got hurt, or the reason why sometimes Kawhi didn't push himself to be in there or to get back sooner when he got hurt. If you look at this season right here with Kawhi, like before the season started, there was a lot of controversy surrounding like some illegal payments from like a no-show job that Kawhi got, right? And Kawhi, and he took a lot of bad press for that, right? And lately, Kawhi has been on the court and he's been performing. And so now some people are even questioning, like, how come all of a sudden Kawhi is able to now stay healthy? Because this is like one of the longest stretch runs that Kawhi Leonard has had without getting an injury and going back out, right? So that may lead people to believe that sometimes Kawhi, he's not as motivated to play, right? And as motivated as you would want somebody as a championship basketball player to play. So if you look at that from that aspect, I think that Kawhi is the kind of player. I mean, just imagine Kawhi got two rings, and he's really only been like a part-time basketball player. If he was dedicated like Kobe and he had that passion, then maybe he could have caught Kobe. But he like Kobe, just like Danny Green said, his the way Kobe went about the game, man, it just was so different. That's why he got the results that he got. You can't compete with somebody who, like Kobe, put in that work. He was double time. He put in that work double time. That's like comparing somebody who works overtime to somebody who works part-time. It's just no comparison. You're not going to have the same type of productivity, man. And then on top of that, like I said, Kobe's love for the game and his dedication to the game just puts him like light years, in my opinion, put him light years ahead of Kawhi Leonard. Now, Kawhi Leonard, as a defender, is great. Like on the offensive end, he's great. Like he can get his shot off and and score against anybody. But we never really got to see Kawhi Leonard, like win a championship and have a target on his back, and the rest of the league is just coming at Kawhi every night, going at Kawhi, and Kawhi is just, like king of the hill, just knocking everybody down. It wasn't that type of situation. He got a ring with the Spurs, got injured, left there, went to Toronto, got a ring with Toronto. And when he got the ring with Toronto, I forgot who they won it against, but I think they won against Golden State, but he wasn't even, the Golden State, or the team that he won it against, I think it was Golden State, they weren't even up to 100%. And most people think that had Golden State had their whole, their full roster, Kawhi wouldn't have been able to lead Toronto to a championship. So, but I mean, he won the championship, he got it, and so it is what it is. But I think it's a whole different situation when people are going at you or they're hunting you down because you the one, you the guy with the high score, and that's the guy that they shoot for. Kawhi Leonard he never put himself in that position. So for Kawhi Leonard to come out and say that he's better than Kobe, I think that's something that. I think that's something that Kawhi should have kept under his hat. And that's, and the reaction that these guys gave, like everybody just laughed. To me, it is funny.
I said he's better than Kobe Bryant.
So
hold on before you answer that. My first question is, do you think Kawhi is better than Kobe? And then where did this come from?
A lot of guys are doing podcasts these days, but not everybody deserves to talk. Fred does.
That right there, man, just so funny, right, man? Because he laughed, but then he don't want to disrespect Kawhi so much that he continues, he continued to laugh at him, man. And he attributed to people. Maybe it's just for content, right? I don't know if you can ask Kawhi Leonard some what if questions, like what if you were able to stay healthy. What type of career do you think you would have had? That would have been a more appropriate topic for Kawhi to comment and speak on, right? What if what ifs, but not comparing yourself, not him comparing himself to Kobe Bryant.
Fred does for sure. Fred VanVleet, I think that's where it stemmed from. Fred was over there. He said he listened to a conversation and he overheard him talking about it like he surpassed him in this moment. Do I think he surpassed Kobe? No. Could he have? I think he had the tools too. If he was stayed healthy, he was one of the best two-way players I've seen play.
Now, I agree that Kawhi had the tools, right? But having the physical tools, in my opinion, is only part of it. You have to have that passion and that drive. That's what set Kobe apart from everybody. You know, Kobe had not only the physical tools, but Kobe had that drive and that passion. A lot of guys, you know, a lot of guys have that the physical tools, but don't have that drive, that passion, that talent. You got to have the full package if you want to, you know, but just to think about it, Kobe was 6'7", 6'8". He wasn't the only 6'7", 6'8" guy in the league, you know. So that wasn't his advantage. You know, I don't know what Kobe vertical leap was, but Kobe, you know, everybody else had, you know, could do physically just about the same things that Kobe can do. So it got to be something within Kobe mentally, you know, like that passion and that drive, that desire that set Kobe apart from everybody else in the league. So it just wasn't, you know, oh, Kobe 6'8". Ain't nobody else in the league 6'8". That's not true. You know, it's that's what set Kobe apart from Kawhi, you know, his passion and his desire. So yeah, I just wanted to comment on that, man. I just thought it was funny that this guy, man, and I did Kawhi Leonard, man. I like his game, but no way would I compare Kawhi Leonard. You know, while I say he was better than Kobe Bryant, it's just no way. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.